Hey girl. I bet you guys are probably like, why are you making another video about John Cookian? I get it, girl, I know. But I said last time that if he continues to talk shit and start shit, I would get on camera. So guess what, girl? Guess what happened?
This video, I don't want to be seen as bashing anyone. It's not attacking anyone. It's not coming for anyone maliciously. No video that I've ever posted throughout my entire time on Cookian's Courtroom has specifically been malicious or nasty or done with the intent of hurting somebody. Because the whole of YouTube, I feel, was peaceful until Jeffree Star became a thing. I couldn't care less about Jeffree Star. He can go and have his career, whatever you want to call it. It's probably nice for him to have something to do other than go to the STI clinic. We have a really fun Marc Jacobs thing in beauty to talk about afterwards, but first of all, the first half of this video is something that I really wanted to talk about for quite a long time, but I was doing my researches, doing my investigations, and I came across something, and this is something I'm quite happy to talk about. It's always been fun, investigations. There are enough of those on YouTube, and going into 2018 I don't want to be associated with any content like that, because I know I almost broke a bit of a niche when I did my own thing, and I feel like a lot of people have kind of come up and followed and done their own thing, which is great, but a lot of it has turned into things that I'm not happy with.
Now, if you're someone who is sick and tired of hearing about John Cookian, snooze fest, I get it. I invite you to click off this video because you're gonna have a bad time, especially if you are tired of the subject and you are also a supporter of John Cookian. You're definitely gonna have a bad time, okay? Let's be real. You know who else is gonna have a really bad time? People who are super sensitive against people who cuss. I have the mouth of a fucking sailor, and quite frankly, I don't give a shit if you don't like it. If you don't like it, you have the option to click the little red X or whatever the fuck it is on an iMac, on a Windows. I don't know where it is, but wherever it is, I invite you to click it and not leave me a fucking comment on every video about how I cuss and how nasty it is and all this bullshit. Do you think I give a fuck? No. What you see is what you get. And if you don't like it, then bye. You don't have to like it, it's fine. But you're not gonna sit here and comment on my videos telling me how trashy I am because I cuss. Because quite frankly, I don't give a fuck. Now, for those of you who want to sit through a video and listen to what I have to say about the situation, please continue. Let's have fun. So John Cookian has made another defamatory video towards the person that we all know he is trying to start shit with. I honestly thought he got it all out of his system with the first video. I didn't think he would have more evidence, but apparently he does. He posted these few snaps on Snapchat earlier, yesterday before the video was actually uploaded, promising that he would answer all the questions people have been asking, even though in the video he did nothing of the sort. He actually talked around the questions and gave vague answers to certain ones that he knew wouldn't put his bullshit into the light. You know what I mean? Because why would he be honest at this point? I mean, he's already fucked himself royally for fucking telling lies. No one believes him, so why the fuck would he start telling the truth now? He wouldn't. The video is not even worth your time. I promise you, because if you watch the first one, you have no reason to watch this one. It's literally just a bunch of bullshit with 2 new receipts, I want to say. Both of the new receipts are so obviously fabricated by him. It is so funny. It is so stupid. I don't understand why he feels the need to fabricate things the way he does. He has a history of it. It's not the first time he's done shit like this. He does this all the time. We all know this. Which makes me laugh even harder at his subscribers, the people who follow him, the people who stand by him, who always defend him. Your boy has a history of doing some snake-ass, fake-ass shit. So why you're defending him, even though he's proven to you many times he is not a trustworthy person, is beyond me. But whatever, it is what it is, I guess. My favorite part of this entire video, obviously besides the fucking end of it, is the point where John is sitting down reading these 2 emails, these 2 messages from 2 separate anonymous people.
I felt very worthless. At the end of every session, he would call me Daddy's good boy. I really needed some time by myself to not I didn't want to be noisy.
But anyways, I digress. The funniest part of this video was watching John read these messages and getting so choked up and just sitting there and trying so hard to squeeze just one little inkling of a fucking tear out of those snake ass eyes of his. It was the funniest shit because it was obviously so fake and disingenuous. Because let me just say something right now. If John truly felt that upset about what he had found, supposedly, if it bothered him that much to know that that was going on this Tumblr page, if he truly felt like these kids were in danger or any kids were in danger, wouldn't you have gone to the police? Well, here's the thing. John answers that question right here.
So the first thing is, why didn't I go to the police? My personal experience with the police to do with anything to do with this, I do have my own personal experience with the police to do stuff like that, to do with stuff like this. Hasn't been a good experience whatsoever. That's not in question. That's my own personal experience. That's my own opinion. I'm completely entitled to have my own opinion. No one is in any position to invalidate that opinion of mine, that the police aren't always effective at dealing with certain things.
What the fuck? What the fuck are you talking about? You sound so stupid, because why the fuck wouldn't you have gone to the police? The police are the first people you're supposed to go to when things like this go down. If you truly feel like someone's in danger, or if a child's in danger especially, the first people you report it to are the fucking cops. The truth, John, whether or not you want to admit to it or not, the reason why you did not go to the cops, because you have no tangible evidence. You have no evidence. You talk a bunch of shit. Everything that you have as far as evidence are things that you have fabricated yourself using fucking Photoshop, using all these other fucking apps, the messenger apps to create all these conversations. It's been proven. But you are still here pushing the same tired ass lies. And it's like, girl, do you not get tired of weaving all these fucking stupid ass lies and getting in and out of trouble for them and contradicting yourself constantly because you can't keep your shit in line? Like, just stop. And what made me even more annoyed was that he said that as being his reason for not going to the police. But on Twitter, when this whole first video came out to the light and he was getting fucking red for the shit for obvious reasons, he was telling people, well, why don't you report it? I'm not gonna report it, or I can't report it because I don't know who to talk to. I don't live in the US. Bitch! Doesn't John pride himself on being an investigative journalist? I mean, he has good enough knowledge of the internet to get his little grimy hands on all these deleted receipts. He has enough knowledge of the internet to know where to fabricate receipts for his videos. He has enough knowledge of the internet to know how to make his own conversations with himself to make it look like he's talking to somebody else to attack them. But this dude deadass wants to say he has no fucking clue on how the fuck you can find information on how to report something as serious as this. Bitch, do you think we're stupid? There's a thing called Google. It's pretty fucking incredible, you know what I mean? Because it allows you to search for anything, for any part of the world, remote or not remote, and find whatever it is you're looking for as far as information in a matter of seconds. This dude deadass thinks we're fucking stupid as shit, guys. I'm telling you, he's insulting our intelligence by bringing up this busted ass excuses as to why he didn't report it, when he could just be a fucking honest person for once in his miserable ass life and be like, listen, I didn't report this shit because I don't have evidence. He knew that if he were to report it without tangible evidence, which he has none, he would be in deep shit. Well, guess what? Regardless of what you fucking do now, you're still gonna be in deep shit. Now, what kind of made me laugh even further when this whole thing first kicked off on the first video was the fact that in the comments section, he had his own subscribers. A couple of his subscribers were trying to talk to him and get a hold of him to get more information because they're mandated reporters, and John blocked them, and his subscribers thankfully woke the fuck up and realized what the fuck was going on very quickly. A mandated reporter is someone who is required to report any instances. If anyone even hints towards the welfare of a child being called into question, they have to report it. That's just the way things are. That is a mandated reporter. I don't know if anyone else realized this, but John, when the first video was released, when people were going after him for not telling the police and all this bullshit, all the bullshit he should be read for, John was telling these people, some subscribers of his even, to report it for him because he doesn't live in the US. He doesn't live here. But what he was doing was trying to play hot potato with you and get your ass burnt for some shit that you didn't even do. Because guess what? If you had reported it, whether or not you're a subscriber of his or not, if you reported it, and you claimed to have all this evidence thinking that you could go to John to get all the evidence since you helped him by reporting it, do you think this man would have stuck around for that? Bitch, he would have been gone in 2 seconds. You would have never seen or heard of Cookian again. I can promise you that. He would have been gone. He doesn't have the balls to report it himself. Do you really think he's gonna stick around when someone else takes it from him and reports it for him? Girl, bye. I don't think you guys understand the legal ramifications of that. If you were to report something that was false with no evidence to back it up, I don't think you understand how bad that would work out for you. But keep in mind, these are subscribers of John's who he was telling to report it for him. He was trying to pass that hot-ass steaming potato for you to catch and get your ass burnt for some shit you didn't even do. Some shit that you didn't even start. Let his ass get in trouble for the shit that he starts. Don't stick up for him. Do not try to defend him. He has proven time and time again. Ooh, I just spit everywhere, girl. What the fuck? John is showing you who he is without you having to ask him. He has proven it more than once over the past few years by how nasty and vindictive and jealous he has been of the influencers and their success. There is a reason why he has a sick obsession with Jeffree Star. There is a reason why he knowingly stole dirty money down to the fucking name of the goddamn Lippy. There's a reason why he did it. He is obsessed with these influencers. He is obsessed with taking them down. He is obsessed with child grooming allegations. He's done it before. He did it to fucking Here for the Tea. He did it to fucking Laura Lee. He did it to Jaclyn Hill. Now he's doing it to PM, okay? It's fucked up. What he is doing is not normal. It's fucked up and it needs to stop. Lastly, I want to speak to his subscribers, because I honestly, even though John is a shitty ass person and I don't like him and I never ever will like him, and I'm pretty sure he knows that, that's the reason why he blocked me on fucking Twitter, but it is what it is. I'm speaking to those of you who perhaps are on that tilting point where you're just like, maybe I should just get off this fucking cookie cult train and actually join reality for the first time in what seems like forever. I used to love John. I used to adore his channel. I used to love his tea. I used to love who he was as a person before I really knew who he was as a person. I loved the thought of the good John, the guy that we watched who is like semi-relatable. He was funny. He was petty as fuck. And we loved that shit. We ate that shit up. But as time progressed, he increasingly got more and more vicious. He got so much more vicious. Unnecessarily vicious in his videos, and that's when I realized who he was. He was showing us his true final form. I don't understand why y'all seem to want to stick with him and believe everything that he says that comes out of his mouth, all the bullshit. Like, I'm pretty sure his asshole is jealous of his mouth at this point because of all the bullshit that comes out of it. That's so cliche. ill. But it's the truth. Like, I don't understand how you guys can sit there with your mouths open like this, eating up all the word vomit that comes out of this dude's mouth and thinking that it's fucking real. It's fucking a bunch of bullshit. It's lies. He's fabricated everything with the situation. It's so disgusting to see people stand behind somebody who not only has a history of this shit, but he enjoys doing what he's doing. He gets a kick out of it. As a matter of fact, if you guys watched his first video, he was laughing and smiling, talking about such disturbing things and making false accusations. He enjoys this shit. But there you guys are, faithful as ever, taking his bullshit and running with it and defending him. You know what? If you're a subscriber of his and you're a subscriber of mine, I would much rather you just get off my subscriber list. I don't care if I lose more than half my fucking subscriber list. It is what it is. I can rebuild from here. I would much rather you not be a part of my audience here. I don't want anybody affiliated, associated with him whatsoever in my subscriber list. I would rather you guys just fucking kick rocks and go. If you guys want to choose to just turn a blind eye to what has been presented to you by not only myself, but countless other bigger channels, whether it be Here for the Tea or Dustin Daily, Petty Page, anybody. There are so many fucking channels with so much evidence that goes so far deep into what's been going on that directly prove everything that he has done and set up to this point to be false. If you don't want to believe that, you are more than welcome and have every right to feel that way. That's fine. But just realize that you are the reason why he continues to be such a shitty person. You are enabling this behavior. And by enabling it and not standing against it, you are now too part of the problem and not part of the solution. That's all I have to say. Good night.